Hello, hello, my friends. How we doing today? Guess who's back from vacation? And guess who found some boxes when she got home. All right, so I did already open it because I did a time-lapse video for my TikTok channel. And I'm going to also reveal this on TikTok Live later today. Or maybe tomorrow. Not sure. One of these days. But anyway, so this is going to be a reveal. This I bought from, remember I was telling you guys about Mercari. It's that website, that app I use to find all my fabrics. So on there was this lady who had three different listings for fabric. So on Mercari you can also send an offer. So I wanted all three listings and I wanted to pay just the one shipping, you know, and she did that for me. You know, it was great. So, but then she had sent me a discount deal, but I couldn't put it with the bundle that I wanted to. That's what they call them on there, bundles, on there. So what I did was I just gave her an offer. It was like $1 or $2 less for all three. I didn't, you know, bump it down too much because I was already paying just the one shipping. And I wanted her to make a little bit of money too. But I got all this, guys, for $12 with shipping. Okay, this was fantastic. Now I did talk to her and she said, you know, she was just trying to get rid of this stuff. I don't know, you know, if someone had passed or whatever the case may be, but I was able to get it. I'm so excited, and I'm surprised that nobody else was bidding for it, you know, wanted to buy it. There's so much fabric in here. Like I said, I didn't go through all of it. I just did a quick time-lapse video for my TikTok channel. So now I'm going to open it with you guys, all right, and show you the possibilities of what you can receive. Let me turn my iron because it is hot. What you can receive when you go on that site, okay? Mind you, this is brand new from Walmart, you know, the Waverly. Usually this is what, between $6 and $7 per the pack. Brand new pack. Guess what? The whole thing, I paid $12 for all of this with shipping. Okay? Look at these fabrics. I am so excited. Zippers. You got, oh, she gave me 2. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this. Stinking adorable. This, oh my god, we're going to use this in our Halloween. Halloween, yes, we're going to put that to the side. Oh, look at the gnomes. So cute, so cute. All right, I don't know where to start. Oh, okay. Oh, look at this. These are just her stuff that, you know, she said she was trying to get rid of. Kind of reminds me of John Deere. Christmas. Oh my god, look at this. Look at that. They're little hexies. Oh my goodness. So many possibilities for this. And they're cows. Guess what? We're going to set this aside because guess what, friends? I have a surprise for you. We're going to do a Christmas in July block. Since it's July and all. Duckies. Look how much fabric is here. Look at this. Look at this. You know, she didn't list how much fabric of each she had. She said it was, you know, a lot of stuff that she was just trying to get rid of. Clean out her house. Look at this. I am so in love with all this fabric. All right. Oh my goodness. Look at the arrows. So cute. I was so excited when we got back from vacation that this was here. And actually there is another box that was here, but I'm going to show that in my next video. I won't show you everything I got in one video because I do want to do a black with you guys. Oh, this fat quarter fabric palette, fat quarter. Oh, I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Yeah, fabric editions. Okay, so 2 little fat quarters in here. It's like white and like a navy blue, maybe? It doesn't say. It has a code on here. It looks like a navy blue. Alright, so that's that side. Okay, I'll leave that for last. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright, so look. A yard. Brand new. Brand new. 1 yard of white. I don't really use white, but I guess I'll be using it in something. Or maybe I'll use that as a backing. Oh my goodness, look at that. So stinking. Oh, and another piece of this. Oh, look at that. So pretty. I wish I could buy these by the yard. But like I said, I love buying. Oh, what is this? Oh, wait. There's something in. Oh, 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 she had folded it. Oh. Oh my gosh. That's batik. Oh, I can feel it. That's batik. I scored some batik fabric, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's why she put these 3. Okay. Look, these are, how big are these? 21. They look like a fat 8. Or not a fat 8. A fat quarter, but a little bit over a fat quarter. Oh, here's more. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. These are gorgeous. I don't even know if I'm gonna want to use them. I'm gonna use them. No, I am gonna use them. All right, let's look at what else we have here. She has also this in here. These look like 5x5s. Look how many 5x5s I got. Oh my goodness. Look how fantastic this is. Now I'm gonna have to sort them. See if there's any Halloween or Christmas in here. Because, like I said, we're working on our Halloween quilt. And now we're gonna be doing a, okay, these are upside down. Wait. I don't want to look at them upside down. Okay, here, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Okay, maybe this way. Little yarn balls. Clothes hanging. Easter. Onions. Oh my goodness. Oh, cupcakes. Looks like 1, 2 of those. Oh, quail is cute. Oh, 2 of it. It looks like she made like, there's like 2 of everything. So she must have been trying to, oh look, this is only 1. 1, 2, 1. Trying to do maybe a quilt or something. Look how pretty that dress is. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I got all this. This is way more than what I had expected. Especially from the pictures that she had on there. It didn't look like this much. Not at all. This, little peppermints. We can put that in our Christmas side, right? Rulers. Oh my god, so cute. Oh, snowmen. Look at these snowmen. Nutcracker. Oh, I love my nutcrackers. That'll be good for Christmas too. Seriously. Pickles. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know they had that. Look at all the food. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry guys, I'm just so excited. Sock monkey zippers. Oh, another one of the dress things. These are so sticking. Oh my god. I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. Circus. Animals and masks, like masquerade maybe? Or they're all masks. I can't tell. Clothespins, so cute. Oh my gosh, maybe I'll do something with the clothes and the clothespins, maybe a quilt or something. So cute. Campfire, alligator, sunglasses, feathers, up, music. Like I said, guys, if you search and search and search, I mean, I didn't do that much searching, but on Mercari, I have, like, I'll search for, like, fabric, you know, fabric scraps or fabric remnants. It's all in the keywords, right? So, watches. So cute. I think we're coming to the end. More music. Look, I can do something with music. Home. Oh, that's cute. Actually, I might pull that out. Oh, there's 2 pieces. I'm going to put that with the Christmas. Even though it's not really Christmassy, I'm going to show you why in our next video. Oh my goodness. But that's going to go with our Christmas. Kites. Peanuts. Oh my gosh, I thought that was a Christmas one. Keys. Oh, little birdie. Oh, insects. Magnifying glass. These are cute. Most of these I've never seen. More gnomes. You guys know how I love my gnomes. Gnomes and nutcrackers. Oh, bears. Maybe I'll put that aside too. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to use yet. Oh, gelatin, robots, dinosaur. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. We had more over here that I had put aside. Oh, more music. But yeah, so it's all about you. All right, that's it. Oh my God, so cute. So I found one Halloween, right? That we can use in our Halloween quilt, maybe. And since I'm talking about the Halloween quilt, I will show you the fabrics that I've received also from Mercari. And that I spent about the same price. Actually, I spent only $7, I think, with shipping for that one. Or $10. No, $10 with shipping. That's right, $10 with shipping for the next one. I'll show you that real quick. Put this to the side. I did open these because I was way too excited. But these are the fabrics we're going to use for our Halloween quilt. Look at this. Look at all these fabrics that this person sent me. And it's not like a little bit either. There's like a lot of it. It's like half a yard each. Let's see. Actually, it's a fat eighth. These are fat eighths, I think. Yep. Yeah, because the length of these. Yeah. So stinking cute. That one. Pumpkins. Skeletons. Oh, this one's really cool. Happy Hauntings. I absolutely love that one. These I'm going to use all in our Halloween quilt that we're making. Now, she also threw these in. Never used the iron-on fabric sheets. So if anybody has ever used these, let me know what you think of them. All right, iron-on fabric sheets. Look, brand new. I'm going to put one of these. I think I'm going to use the boo for our quilt. Put that somewhere. It'll be cute. And then I got some, look, 1 yard fabrics. This is for fall. So I'm going to use this in a fall quilt that we'll be doing probably August. We'll start it. But look, there's some fat quarters. Brand new, guys. Brand new. Like, this is fantastic. I was mind blown. Mind blown. I mean, just one of these is like $7 a yard, if not more. roughly. These are, I thought I said the price on here somewhere. So I think they're like $5 a piece or something. Or maybe more. Where's my iPad? Let's look it up. How much do these go for? Because I'm curious, right? Let's see. Create it. Iron on. Do they even make these anymore? Fabric sheets. I don't even know if they make these anymore, but shopping. Let's see. $8. Someone selling for one of them for $8. What are these transfer? Oh, here it is. $8.99. Look. This one here, which is this. $8.99. Selling it for $8.99. Exact same print. And I got it all for $10 with shipping. Like, fantastic. Fantastic. So, you don't have to spend all that money. All that money. I'm going to put that with that one. For Halloween. Okay? You just have to do a little bit of research, right? That's all it takes. Like I said, so now Mercari has this. Oh, let me put this over here. Has this where let me turn this back on my iron, where you can save your searches, you know, your keyword searches, so then anytime something new pops up, you know, for that search, it alerts you, which is fantastic. Excuse me, which I love. So today, I didn't pre-cut anything for our L. We're working on fabric L. We already did K the other day. See, K is done, right? Now we're going to do L. I didn't pre-cut again. Why? Because I was on vacation, guys. I will say it was a fantastic time. I don't know if you guys saw, but I did post a couple videos for you guys of the quilt museum. That was freaking awesome, let me tell you. It wasn't all excuse me, quilt museum. It's the art museum at the Colonial Williamsburg in Williamsburg, Virginia. Okay, that's where we went for our 25th anniversary. Because, you know, we like history. We love going to Williamsburg. We've never been there without our children. So this was our first time vacationing without our kids. Let me tell you something. I was so relaxed. I think I was way too relaxed. My husband was also very relaxed. It was nice not having to, you know, tell somebody, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Make sure you clean that up. You know, things like that. It was very nice. Not that, you know, my kids are older. Not that I have to do that anymore. But like I said, even when they were younger, you know, you're constantly, you know, after them. It was very nice. And it kind of opened our eyes a little bit, because we're like, was this here before? Was this here before? Because we've been a handful of times to Williamsburg. Handful. But again, this was our first time without the kids. So I feel like we were able to see more and really comprehend everything more, you know. We were able to enjoy it, I think, a little bit more also. So it was a very nice experience, you know. So if you can get over there, it's the art museum at Colonial Williamsburg. You do need a ticket. Excuse me, a separate ticket. It's not included with your Colonial Williamsburg ticket. Now, I will say we just found out this year that we didn't have to pay for that big ticket for Colonial Williamsburg. Apparently you can just walk around and see things, but it does limit you from not going into certain portions. Like, you can't go into the Capitol building, you can't go into the governor's palace, you can't go into, I think, one of the taverns or something. Like, there are certain things you can't, go into. But we've already been through those, so we didn't do them again, because we really didn't. They're more of like presentations, and they're tours of the houses. Those I do remember. I have lots and lots of pictures of them from prior vacations that we've done over there. And I do remember those. And they do get hot in those buildings as well. So be mindful of that if you go. But I do recommend, if you've never been into the governor's palace or the Capitol or the church or anything like that, pay the extra money. It's not that much, really. It's really not that much. It's like $50 or something like that right now. I know they're upping it by like $2 or $3 soon, or maybe more. I'm not sure. But I know if you go to Yorktown or Jamestown, they're upping it by like $2 for 2025. Like, from I think they said either July or August of this year, and that's where their 2025 year starts, I guess. But yeah, and it's really mainly to keep the costs, for maintaining the property, preserving all the items that they do need to preserve, so people can keep going, and visiting and learning, about history, so it's fun. But again, so the art museum, let me go back, sorry, got off topic a little bit. Art museum in Colonial Williamsburg, you need a separate ticket. We paid $15 for that ticket. It was cheap. That's cheap, anywhere you go anymore, that's cheap. And then when you go in, they have you put your, say if you have a backpack, they have you put it in a locker, which is free. The lockers are free. You make your own combination, and it's great, right? But yeah, so fantastic. Whoops. And I'm just going to separate these. And yeah, we had a fantastic time. So once you go in that portion, you go down this long like hallway. Huge hallway. Not even considered a hallway. But I have gift shop. They have a cafe, I visited all that. I restrained myself and didn't buy anything from the gift shop there. So I was a good girl. And oops, that piece of hair. But yeah, I was good in the gift shop. I didn't purchase anything, even though I really wanted to. But I said no, because if I buy something from there, I feel like I'm not going to use it. Because they did sell a reproduced vintage fabric. And what that means is they had found vintage fabric from years and years and years, from 18th, well, we were visiting 18th century, 18th and 19th century. So between those two eras, they've reproduced fabric that they had found, and made new, for us to purchase. But I was like, I'd rather have the vintage fabric. I don't really care for the reproductions. They were nice. They were very nice. But like I said, I don't think I would have used it, because then once I use it, I don't have it anymore, But with these, so I didn't treat myself to any of the fabric there. I will say the fabric is a little pricey there. Knowing me, I'm not one to spend that much. Obviously, you just saw all my fabric haul. So yeah, that's where that went. But there's two sides, and then you go in and there's like folklore art, And then there's, I think they called it modern art. I don't think it's, but it's not modern. But that's, I think that's what they considered modern in the 18th, 19th century. So we went first to the left side, you know, the folklore. And on that side is where the mini quilt museum is. Oh my God, guys. If you haven't seen my video for that, you have to go see it. It's fantastic. I do have other pictures that I took there, but for whatever reason, I'm having trouble putting them up on YouTube. So if you want to see them, message me separately with your email and I will send them to you. But yeah, it was just a fantastic time. Like I can't say enough about them. Oh, then they had a class. They had one class, and then we purposely went on that day. It was an extra $5, but they taught you how to, are you ready? Are you ready for this? I was in my glory. They taught you to 18th century quilt from back in the day when these women were quilting in the between 18th and 19th century. It's all hands, obviously. And it's funny because as she's talking and telling us about it, it's basically the same concept that we use, but we change the terminology. So let me grab what I made real quick. This is my little sewing kit that I made. So if anybody, I'm going to probably post this video also. Where is it? Oh, here they are. I'm going to tell you what this sewing kit is in a minute as well. Look how cute. I don't know if you can see, so it's all hand stitched. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. I tried to use a contrasting color. So I used green. So I have two. Why? Because I made my husband do it. But guess what? He didn't do it. He sat there and he watched me. But because we paid for his ticket, you know, they gave me a second for him. He put it all together, but I just hand stitch everything for him. Okay. And the way they do this, I'm going to have to show you in another video, because I want you guys to see, and it's terrific. And actually, you know what? How about I show you today? Let's not do our cat quilt today, or cat block. Right? Because I didn't pre-cut. These are actually, I was going to do number 28, but I really want to keep it in order. So how about we do that? Because we're actually on number 12. Yeah, number 12. So I don't want to skip around, but like I said, because I didn't pre-cut. There was no ironing involved, which bothered me just a little bit, but today I am going to use the iron. Or maybe not, I don't know. I mean, they don't look bad with not being ironed, but again, these were things that in 18th, 17th century, 18th, 19th century, this is how they made things, you know, all by hand, you know, and this is where our hand quilting, you know, comes into effect. And then, as you can see, the backing and the binding is the same. Why? Because they did self-binding quilts. Okay? Because, like the lady was explaining to us, they didn't cut up, fabric on purpose like we do, to make quilts and to make fancy things. Their quilts were mainly for use of, warmth. They weren't for hanging. They were more for survival, not for wall hangings, not for coasters, not for, I mean, these are cute for coasters. I used actually these in the suite, in the resort, as coasters, because they were fantastic. They were like, oh my God, these are the perfect size for coasters. Lady said she's had people, take them, put ribbon on the back, and made like an ornament with them, just like a little souvenir. But again, we got to do this, she gave us a bucket of just random scrap fabric, and she said, okay, this, we made her a little sandwich. So I'm going to show you today actually how to do that. Let's do that today instead of our cat quilt block. And then another video I'll do, cat quilt block. So I'm going to take my scraps. Let me see here. I'm just going to grab some random scraps. That's all they did. Was grab random scraps. I'm going to show you how they folded everything too. So, let's see. No. And then it gave me an idea for using some of this other stuff. Alright, so I have this piece of fabric. I don't really use solid color, like, unless I have to. Like, I'm just gonna do this. Like, I think she used a 5x5 on here. I think they gave us, like, yeah, I think it was a 5x5. So, actually, oh, wait a minute. I just got 5x5 fabric. Oh, let's take one of these. Ooh. It's so random. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to do this one as a backing. Okay. And then I need some scrap. Let's see, do I have scrap? Yeah. Because they only used a little bit, like literally, but it was a square. That's why I'm trying to make a square real quick. It was like a 4x4 square of batting. So and she said, yeah, they used to piece their batting together, just like I'm doing now, because they were not wasteful at all. And that's why I try not to be wasteful either. So this is what we're going to do. So they had us put her backing down, right? With, obviously the right side to the table. Then she said, go ahead and put your batting. And then they used, oh, let me grab a piece. Hold on, I need my scissors for this. Then they used, which I thought was interesting, piece of muslin, which I happen to have muslin, because I use that for pillow inserts. So I have a whole bolt of it. I just cut a little piece off. And she said they always use muslin, more layers the better, keep them warm. I just thought it was so interesting. Now, it was funny because my husband, oh wait, this is the straight side. I'm not making this like whatever. Because everything was wonky anyway. So my husband wasn't there for like the whole thing. In the beginning, he wasn't there. Actually, you know what? I think the fabric, it was bigger than a 5x5. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, bigger than a 5x5. So we're gonna go back to this here. I think it was a square unit. I think it was like 6x6, to be honest. So I know I'm not using my ruler or anything like that, and that's okay, because they didn't have rotaries back then either. So I had to use a pair of scissors. I was like, this is crazy. But yeah, okay, yeah, that looks better. Because then this one in the middle, so you have the backing, your batting, and then your muslin. So at first when they showed us, all these pieces were like all scattered like this when you walk in, you know. You pick your backing. They had a slew of them that you can pick your backing. And then I was like, oh, muslin, okay, that must be my back. You know, I was like, okay, maybe that's my backing. You know, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So I had first, you know, because she's like, oh, okay, you know, pick your fabrics. You have 2 minutes to pick all your fabric that you want. You know, they had showed us a sample, you know, some of it was wonky, some of it was not, you know, whatever. But I was like, okay, cool, you know. She's like, and they're like, oh, pick 5 to 6 different pieces of fabric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, and then go from there, you know. I'm like, okay, I can do this, you know, whatever, no big deal. Very cool. I don't want the red in there. But she's like, but don't think about it too much. My daughter just came down here. I'm just waiting for her to leave. Give me 1 second.
Alright, I'll let Rose downstairs.
Alright. You leaving?
Yeah.
Alright, love you. Bye. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, so, you know, so I was like, oh, okay. Because, you know, at first she didn't say to put that down. She just said, get your pieces together, you know, and then she started explaining, you know, how you're going to put this together. So I said, okay, no problem, right? So then, I don't know why, but she had us, and I would have put this on here first and then put it all together. But for whatever reason, she had just us work with this piece, these pieces here, and then, you know, use straight pins, which I'm not a fan of, y'all know. So yeah. So she said, pick your middle piece first, and then work your way around your middle piece. So I'm going to use this wonky piece as my middle piece, right? I can put it anywhere I want. I'm going to do it like that, right? Now, mine, she's like, yours is like very straight and not wonky. I'm like, well, that's not what I wanted this time, you know? So, but it is. But you see, like, there's pieces here where, you know, they don't all connect like this one does, you know, because this one my husband made, this one I made. And, you know, I was like, I'm trying to hide everything, you know. I don't know. Nothing's right. I mean, nothing's wrong, you know. But anyway, so she had us do this. Now, as you can see here, we have, you know, all of our frayed edges. I call them, you know, raw edges. So they actually took this piece, and she's like, you have to have a, like a finished edge, right? So she said, in order for them to do that, and she goes, they use salvage. They used all of it, you know, which I use salvage sometimes too. It depends on the salvage. And she said they fold it together like this. They just folded it in half. Okay. And she's like, and just go over, you have to go over your material here, right? Put it anywhere you want, and then pin it down. Now, she had us do all this on here. But then, after we were done, you know, then she had us move it here. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to show you what they did. Oh, you know what? Never mind. It makes sense now. I'll tell you why in a minute. My brain doesn't work today. So you just keep folding your pieces and putting them, you know, putting them wherever you like. You know, so I'm going to put this one here. And you got to make sure it's over the fabric. Just like this. Okay. And again, this is all going to be hand stitching also. So I'm going to show you that. So this video is going to be a little longer now. And that's okay. So then this piece here. So folded it in half. And again, the piece that is folded is going to go on your raw edge here. So I'm going to go like this. You know, maneuver it a little bit. Just like that. So I'm going to have all straight edges here, right? Or finished edges, I'm sorry. Right? And then we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay? And we're going to keep doing that. So this piece can go back here again. She says it's all finger pressing. No ironing. I was like, okay, I'll do this. You know, it's killing me, but I'll do it. And we were there for an hour and a half, you know, and the lady's like, you know, if you guys aren't done, you know, because there was a lot. Oh my gosh, like our tape, I said, let me think. I think there was, at my table, there was me and this lady I met, very nice lady. I do forget her name because I'm not good with names. And she runs a quilt. It's like a quilt. Oh my god, what'd she call it? Not a gal. Like they get together. I forget what the name is now. But she runs this quilt thing. It's like a women's meeting, you know. And you go and you make quilts. You know. Oh, I need a piece this way. I need more pieces. Let me grab. Oh, I'm trying to grab them. They're in my bucket there. And I didn't use the red. So some kind of man. But anyway, so they go around the state. Excuse me, the state of Virginia, right? And you know, oh, and the other thing she said, you don't actually have to fold it in half. You just have to fold it enough to where. So see, I did a little bit over, so I'm just gonna turn this over because I want to make sure that corner is covered, right? There we go. But anyway, so they have these meetings, they get together and they quilt, you know. Fun, you know. So I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. Actually, I'm going to cut this piece because I'm going to put it up here. Scissors, woman, scissors. Just to cover this. Maybe it's too short now. Let's see. And, you know, she's like, oh, you know, you do hand quilt, you know. I'm like, yeah, you know, we started talking about the YouTube channel, and I said, right now we're doing quilt along on there. So I don't know if I'll see her on here or not, but it'll be fun if she did. Be interesting. There we go. I'm trying to talk and do it at the same time. Obviously, as you can see, it doesn't work too well for me. So, all right. Looks kind of crazy, right? But this is what they did. She said this is exactly what they did. They didn't really have designs. They didn't really have patterns. That came later on, So now I'm going to go ahead and use my scissors, not my rotary, and go ahead and just trim the edge here. It's like, so it's like, almost square. Just basically your overhang. Oh my god, I can't see. I don't like these scissors. I don't know. Oh, my scissors are in my sewing kit. What am I thinking? Anyway, so now this is what this looks like. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch. Now, I'm a faster hand stitcher. As you can see, I'm working on this piece here. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Do I have an extra needle? Oh, I do. So I'll have to take that needle out. But anyway, so, I met some interesting people. At another table, they had one lady who also, knew some quilting. But yeah, so it was fun. I know, you're probably wondering what this is. So, I make these sewing kits. This is actually my design. So if you would like to know, I'm going to do this in another video. I'm trying to do this. Yeah, I'll make this in another video. But this is a sewing kit. It's actually an EPP kit, which is English paper piecing. So if you want to learn about that, let me know. I can do videos on English paper piecing as well. I do it a little bit differently. I mean, it's all the same concept, I do it just like you're supposed to, but I use different shapes. Most of the time people use either diamonds or hexes, hexagons, or hexes is what they call it. But I decided, because I'm, again, the unconventional quilter. And if I've never said my name before, my name is Shy, S-H-Y. And again, if I've never said my name before, I'm so sorry about that. But yes, my name is Shy. I am the unconventional quilter, scrappy quilter. And this is so in my scope. Like I said, I was in my glory. When I was doing this, everyone's looking at me like they're stressing. They were okay, I need to stop using these scissors. Let me grab my other ones. But as you can see here, see my little scissors. So I was like having so much fun, having the time of my life, and they're all like, freaking out. It was so funny to watch everybody. So now we're gonna put this on here, okay, and we're gonna go ahead and sew all the way through. So she's like, oh, don't hide your knot. And here I am. I went right up in here, like I'm gonna do today, because I don't like to see my knot. And I started going before she could even, say anything. She's like, you always saw the knot in her, in theirs. I'm like, that's nice. I'm not gonna show my knot. I'm me. So this is the way I sew for hand quilting. Everybody else, they go like this. They put one in, do go one here, and so forth, right? And then one up, right? And again, their lines were not straight by any means. So it was fantastic to see that. It looked like, you know, it looked wonky, you know, scrappy. Like, I feel like I must have lived back in there at some point. But this is how I do it. So I go in and I go in and out as if I'm making a ruffle, right? I do like 2 or 3 stitches at a time. Okay? Because again, this is your design. However you want to make this. You were just now, you know, putting this together. You know. And yes, they had trouble, you know, pulling everything through. So I'll do a couple stitches here. You know, and she says, and they just continued on. So once they got to the end here, I'm gonna take this off because I don't need it, and it bothers me that when there's pins on here. She said, then go around, you know, and go to your next line, you know. So she's like, they didn't, you know, stop there, you know, because this part is gonna be hidden here, you know, when we do our self binding. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go up this way. Again, do 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches, whatever you're comfortable with. And this goes way faster this way than 1 stitch at a time, okay? And as you can see here, it actually goes a little straighter. I don't know if you can see that. When you do it like that, you go straighter, okay? So again, 1, in and out, just like you're making a ruffle. See? It looks like I have a little ruffle there right here. Okay? Grab a bunch of stitches. Okay? And then there you have your quilting. Okay? Then you're going to come over here. And I'm going to go up this way. And I'm going to do this black over here now. Okay, and she's like, yeah, there was no rhyme or reason, you know, when they did their quilting. It was, again, more for survival, more for, you know, keeping warm, you know, in the winter months. You know, they didn't have heaters, they didn't have air conditioning, you know, they didn't have anything, you know. Let me take this one out. So it was very interesting to see, you know, how we've evolved in our quilting world. And I hope everybody gets a chance to see it. And again, I went on their website at colonialwilliamsburg.com, and then they have, you have to go into the menu section to find the art museum. Okay, and then they tell you, and then you can see all about it, right? Let's see, I'm gonna go, which way? I'm gonna go this way now. So yeah, so, whoops, my piece is, there we go. So, ow, I get myself every time, but I don't really like using thimbles either, because the thimbles for me are too small. I gotta find ones that are a little bit bigger. But anyway, so go on artmuseum.com, colonialwilliamsburg.com, go in the menu, look up the art museum, and then they give you like events, you know, calendar events or event calendar or something like that. Oh, or another thing you can do is go on, sorry, I got excited and hit the thing with my leg. I think the way I did it was how I found it. I mean, you can find it that way. The class that they have. Or, hold on, I gotta go this way now. I gotta turn my piece. So sorry, I'm almost done here. I have 2 more rows to do. But I'm running out, so actually, I'm gonna go ahead and tie this off real quick. leave it like that, tuck it in, because we're going to sew on that piece, so it's going to hold our, you know, like we don't do back stitching sometimes, it's going to hold it there. So but anyway, oh, plan your visit, you know, and then it tells you day by day what they have going on in the entire Colonial Williamsburg. So that's how I found, excuse me, on that day that they had a quilting seminar. You know, they did a little tour in the beginning. They spoke to you about, they showed you the quilts, you know, they told you the history, and then you go into what they call the education center, and teach you how to, you know, do it yourself, you know. What was that noise? But yeah, it was fun. So here we go. So now I gotta, sorry if you guys can't see this. My camera doesn't zoom in. So pretty soon, I will say to you guys, pretty soon I'll be able to go live on YouTube. And hopefully I'll be able to get to zoom in and show you things, and it'll be fun once I go live. But anyway, so I need a couple more subscribers to do that. So if you're new to my channel, please hit subscribe so I may go live one day. Okay. Thank you. All right, so now we're here at the end of this one, and I still have to do this one over here. So, and actually, oh, this is gonna bother me. I'm gonna go over here, and it keeps flipping up because I missed the raw edge. So she goes, this is what they did. They just kept going around. They made designs, you know, doing it this way. I said, okay, cool. I'm gonna do the same thing right now. You know, there's no rhyme or reason to it. So I'm a little slower over here to make sure I go where I need to go. Okay. I'm gonna just do basting the edge here. Again, no rhyme or reason to this. So I'm gonna make a couple of these for my vendor show. Let's see. Oh, I forgot I had this one to do. No. All right. Oh, I'm gonna come around this way and come down this way. Okay. Okay, I got it. So make sure that is straight. You can do big stitches, you can do small stitches, you know, whatever your heart desires. This is really difficult to do on camera here. But I think you can see a little bit, right? Okay. Get that pin out of there because it's going to poke me in a minute. Again, just keep going. Whoops, nope. If this way goes this way, that's right. Make sure you get down to close as possible to the other fabric to make sure you get that in there. I don't think I got that in there. It's okay. But you guys get the point, right? Okay. Now I'm going to come down this way. Whoops, I totally missed that corner. Sorry, I'll get it now. When I do it. Oh, that's right, because it's with that blue one. So I'll just come down the blue. And make sure that's down, right? And then go here. And just use my thumb to try and poke it through as much as possible. Okay, and I think I got all my stitching lines. Looks kind of crazy, right? But this is how they made quilts back in the day, guys. Fantastic. All right. So, again, they didn't really hide their knots, but I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and tie this off. And then double knot it. This, you know, leave as long as the tail you want. Tuck it in. I like to tuck it in. Now, this part, all right, so see, it's all puffy, right? It looks all puffy. There's no rhyme or reason to this, right? So now, you take your edges here, fold it in half. Finger press it. Okay. Finger press it real good. And then fold it up again. And look, now you have yourself binding, right? So again, take this piece, fold it in half, right? Fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. So now I have a cute little binding, okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and stitch. And we're gonna stitch right down this line here, right down this line, okay? Now for this, I'm gonna cheat and use clips. They didn't have clips back in the day, but that's okay. My hands are bothering me today, so I should say my wrist. It's bothering me today, so I'm gonna use the clips, but because the pins are just, it keeps poking me and they're hurting me. But yeah, she said, you know, just pin it here, you know, keep it together. Now in the beginning she did say, you know, go ahead and do all your corner, you know, all four sides, you know, like this, like this, like this. And then I was like, but they did miter, like a miter corner. And she's like, oh yeah, let me show you. So how you do the miter corner is you fold it in, so it's like a point, you know. So there's a point here, and it looks like a little mini triangle, right? So if I cover it like that, it looks like a triangle, right? Let me show you. So you fold it in. Okay, let me see if I can show you this way. So you fold it in, all right? And then you do the same thing you did here. Fold here, right? Finger press, and then fold it again. Whoops. See, this gets a little tricky. A little tricky, guys. I'm telling you. And then fold it up. And smush it as much as you can. Like I said, I'm going to use these clips though. And this is for video purpose. So you can see what it actually looks like. So fold and fold. And just make sure. She's like, you don't have to make sure it's straight. I'm like, okay. Sorry. Felt like I kept getting yelled at. Whoops. See, it keeps uncurling because I didn't iron it. See? Now you have your mitered corner here. Look how cute that mitered corner is, right? And then keep going around. So again, fold in, fold in half, finger press as much as possible in, because I have this clip here. I'm going to use that. And clip there. Okay. Then again. Now this one, it's like gift wrapping, right? So you can fold in, right? I hope you guys can see this. Fold in half, and then in half again. And now you are ready to do your stitching around. Okay? Put that away. So, where's my needle? Oh, here it is. So I'm going to go ahead and, this is not going to be enough. So I'm going to take that out. Cut a good arm length or more. That's roughly what you're going to be using. And she said they also didn't double up. Okay? But she says, but you can. But they didn't double their thread like we do here, right? They do it like as if we're cross stitching. If anybody out there knows how to cross stitch. I love cross stitching, obviously. You saw my last piece. But you know, with cross stitching, you don't use, like, you don't make a knot at the end, right? Or I shouldn't say that. You don't, how do I word it? Yeah, you don't double it up like we do here, you know? So actually, you probably won't be able to see it on here, but this is actually single stitching. There's not double layers here. This is only one, I can't really show you on, let me see, can you see on the other one? Yeah, because I did single on here. Okay, and that's the difference. So that's single. Now on here, you probably can't see it on here either because it's white. But see, it's a little bit thicker. And if I go like this, it kind of separates a little bit. But then this one, I did a single layer. So there's no stretching. There's no, you know, separation there. But yeah, so I just put my knot at the end like I usually would, you know, and then did it that way. So there's a little bit more authentic, you know. So I'm going to go in here, and I start at the corner. Start at the mitered corner. And if you want to hide your knot, you can. If you don't, you don't. Okay. And then, oops. This is the only part that I do single. Like I do one stitch at a time until I get to my bottom piece here. Okay. Just because I want to make sure that my mitered corner is nice and flat. Make sure I get all the pieces that I want in there. Okay. All right, so I did my angled stitch there. See? That's where I started. Okay. Oh my goodness, I just realized I don't have my light plugged in. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys. No wonder my lighting in here seems a little off. I apologize. Oh my goodness. What am I thinking? See if we can rectify this situation. Oh my goodness, look how much lighting we have. I am so Sorry. Oh, look, now you guys can see everything. Wow. All right. So here. We're right here now. So sorry. Right here. Okay. And now I'm going to put one up in here. And I like to check every so often. This is what my back looks like. It's supposed to look like that. And, whoops, now I got it. This is why they didn't use clips back in the day. You get twisted. So, I'm going to take that one off. I'm going to go ahead and go in and out, just like I would, making a ruffle. Grab as many stitches as you want. Or, you, like I said, you can do one stitch at a time. Okay? Really up to you at this point. What look you're looking for is basically what we're doing here. Now, mind you, the ladies were very nice enough to let, because it's only supposed to be an hour total with tour, with doing your little crafting quilt thing, right? Now, mind you, I did 2, right? So I did a little quicker than I'm doing in this video, obviously. And the ladies were nice enough to say, you know, if you guys aren't done, it's okay. You know, we're gonna be here, you know, for another half hour. Let me tell you how many people jumped on that opportunity. Okay? I was like, oh, and here I am. I mean, I took an extra, I think, 10 minutes because I did 2, because I did one for my husband, you know, because he's like, I'll put it together for you, but you have to sew it. I said, okay, no problem, I'll sew it, not a big deal, you know. So I did that, but it was just funny. I was like, oh wow. I'm like, well, that was very nice of those ladies. And she's like, or, you know, if you have somewhere to go, you know, another, because they have, you know, different times for different things, you know, colonial. You know, if there's something you want to go see at a certain time, you know, you don't have to stay. We'll bag it up for you in a Ziploc bag. And she let everybody take home all the fabric, you know, that they were using. I mean, it wasn't a lot, but it was nice. The needles, the pins, everything, you know. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, that is really awesome of them, you know. Like I said, I just had a fantastic time. Like I said, I was in my glory. I was definitely in my glory when we visited there. We also got to horseback ride. I don't know if you guys saw that video. I did a video on that too. That was amazing. I mean, it was, I think it was like I did a short. I didn't do a video because I don't know why I only did a short, but it was fantastic. That's all I know. Horseback riding was fantastic. It was not in Williamsburg. They do not have horseback riding anywhere in Williamsburg. Okay? So we had to travel about 40 minutes outside of Williamsburg. We went to, it's over by Richmond, Virginia. It's called Two River Trails. Let me tell you, fantastic ride, fantastic people. Lynn and Kate, oh my goodness. If I tell you they are the most humble, down-to-earth people you could imagine. Love them. Love them. Obviously, I went on there, gave them a great review. But they were fantastic. Fantastic. She trains horses very, very well. Like, when I tell you, I don't know if anybody saw the short, but for those of you who did, you saw how they just came in. We were a little early and she's like, so, she's asking how we do with horses, and I said, oh, well, we ride, you know, we do ride, so we know how to ride, you don't have to worry about that, things like that. And she's like, okay, cool. And she's like, well, you're a little early, and we apologized, for that. And she's like, no, it's okay, I'd rather you be early than, late. And I said, okay, cool. And she's like, but just stay there, I have to let the horses in. I said, okay, no problem. And I thought, she was going to do one at a time, like most farms do, and she didn't. She opened the gate where they were outside, the fencing where they were outside, and they just came in and went right into their stalls. I was like, in awe. In awe. I said, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Like I said, fantastic. The trail ride was very peaceful. They just put in new trails. Now, when you go in, they did move, so the best way of communication with her is email. She gets back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Or you can call her, and if she doesn't pick up, because I think it is her house line that she uses. Ow. See, I got my, sorry. I'm going to go in. I'm on my last stitch here. Hold on. So I'm going to go in here. And what I do here is, and I'm going to put a link down below to williamsburg.com, colonialwilliamsburg.com. And I will also, if anybody is in the area and would like to go to Two River Trails, it's also tworivertrails.com. They moved their location. They were a little closer to Williamsburg, I think, and then she said they moved. It just seems like very peaceful out there, where they moved. Okay, so we're all done. So now look at that. Looks kind of crazy, right? But that's, oh, I missed all these stitches here. Oh well, I'll go back later and do it. But look, it's not flat, it's kind of bumpy. See? But that's the look. That's what they were, and this is the back. It looks crazy, but that's okay, because this is what they did. This is what they did back in the day, back in those times. It didn't look perfect. It didn't look whatever. So here's my 3 now, all together. And I actually think I like it better with the single, not the double stitch. Because look, see the double stitch you see here? And then single stitch is little, like, neater. But they did that so they would conserve on thread as well, because they didn't have a lot of this stuff, Over time, they would accumulate more. So, and that is it for today. In our next video, oh, let me show you this. So this is another piece I'm working with. So this is English paper piecing. So I'll probably do a video on that as well this week. We're not going to do a lot of the cat quilt this week. So I have planned for us, I mean, obviously I was going to do a block of the cat quilt today, but then it turned into Williamsburg stuff. So whatever, no big deal, right? So we did that. I'm going to show you another video with English paper piecing, and then I'll show you my little kit that I made here. So I travel with this everywhere as I go. I even take it to, if I have an appointment, I'm waiting in the waiting room. It's just, gives you something to do. I do sell these. They're not on my site, on my website yet, but I have to add them on there. They're not on my TikTok shop either. So if you like one, you can go ahead and send me a message, send me your email, and then we'll or or phone number, whatever you'd like. Just, you know what? No phone number. Give me your email. I'll send you an email. Message me with that information, and then I'll send you the fabrics that I have, you know, and go from there. All right. See you in the next video. Bye.